Good afternoon, friends. Today we are going to discuss about media market, media economics, media as an industry, and the various elements of media market. Those who are very much plays a very pivotal role in the process of marketing communication systems. Friends, before to start, I must tell you, when we are discussing media marketing, the role of communication is very much imperative. When we are talking about communication in media market, communication is a process through which an individual enters into mental cooperation with another individual so long as they comes to constitute a common conscience. Number one, in communication, there are two important agents. One is the communication source. Second one is the communication beneficiaries to whom the communication process is targeted. When the communicator is communicating, he wants the message which is being transmitted through a selected communication medium must reach the audience with an impact. And possibly that impact can be evaluated in the process of feedback. So, in a successful communication, communication is a process, again I'm repeating, communication is a process through which an individual enters into mental cooperation with another individual so long as they comes to constitute a common conscience. Now, coming back to the subject, media marketing. In media marketing, we have two important organs. One is the media, second one is the market. And marketing is a process through which a market is to be functioned. Friends, in media marketing, we have two important segments. One is the consumer segment, second one is the producer segment. Now, just to make a crystal understanding about the market, I must define what exactly is the meaning of market. Market is a specifically geographical location where both buyers and sellers, they come together in order to exchange their goods and services in a commonly accepted medium of exchange. So a market to exist must satisfy the conditions like, one, there should be a location which is geographically specified. Number two, there should be some consumers, there should be some producers, and there should be a commonly acceptable medium of exchange on the basis of which the produced and sold out goods can be exchanged in between the buyers and the sellers. This is what a market is all about. So, a market is consisting of two important elements. One is the consumer, second one is the producer. Now coming back to our subject, media marketing, why we are concerned about the consumer? Because, friends, for any marketing operation to exist, consumers are the kingpin of all marketing operations. When a consumer is existing, I'm taking back my words, when we are talking about the consumers, when we are talking about the market, consumer, in order to tap the market, consumer satisfaction should be the prime motor of all producers. So, in order to satisfy the very instinct of the consumers, the producers, they have to take care of the requirements. So, in order to identify the various requirements, various need and requirements of the consumers, the market where the consumers are existing are identified. How? In the market is normally being diagnosed with the help of consumer behavior research. Now, for a successful marketing, the very intent of the consumers needs to be identified, needs to be analyzed, the very psyche of the consumers should be very categorically being evaluated. In a way, I can say a producer for a successful marketing, before to launch, before to produce his product, before the consumers must evaluate the very psyche of the consumer sentiments. One, what the consumer wants to buy, when to buy, how much to buy, where to buy, and at what price the consumer wants to make his purchase. What to purchase, how to purchase, when to purchase, how much to purchase, and at what price he wants to purchase. And pricing is a very crucial decision a market is entirely surrounded with. When we are talking about price determination normally is being undertaken, normally is being determined through a joint equilibrium, a state of equilibrium between the demand and supply. Demand and supply are the two important components in a market which determines the market price. Now, in order to determine a market price, as we told, there are two important components. One is demand, another is supply. Just to have a crystal understanding again, I want to define what exactly is the meaning of demand. Demand is the expansion or contraction in the quantity demand for goods and services, quantity demand for goods and services due to a change in the price level. Means, when the price of a commodity is rising, the demand for the same commodity is falling. And when the price of a commodity is falling, the demand for the same commodity is rising. This is what we say the inverse relationship between price and demand, price and quantity demand, which in technical jargon, technical sense, we say law of demand. Now, in order to say something as demand, the markets must satisfy two conditions. One, a person must have a desire to purchase, and at the same time, the desire must be supported by his ability to pay. So, desire and ability to pay, when matches together, when there is a match between the demand, match between the desire to purchase and the ability to pay, we say something as a demand. Now coming back to supply, in the same similar vein, supply is predominantly occupied with the producer segments. The producers, when he produces, being the supplier, must analyze the market in terms of what to produce, how to produce, when to produce, how much to produce, and at what price he should produce, so that can tap the market, dragging maximum to maximum consumer attention towards his product, which is going to be launched in the market or which has already been launched in the market. Now, friends, as we are discussing, and our focus of discussion is on media market, media industry, and media economics. Just to segment the market, just to little bit explain and elaborate the concept market, we are saying now, we're coming back to the segment types of market, types of media market. Now, when we are talking about types of media market, markets are segmented broadly into two categories. One is perfectly competitive media market and imperfectly competitive media market. Now, in a perfectly competitive media market, a market is said to be perfectly competitive when there are large number of buyers and large number of sellers. One means a market must experience with large number of buyers, like the consumers, and a large number of sellers, means the producers or the suppliers. Now, a market must experience with large number of buyers and large number of sellers. This is number one. Number two important characteristic features of a media market, that to a perfectly competitive media market, is the product which is bought and sold in the market is by nature homogeneous. Number three, the price which is being charged by the producer, by the marketer, is again a homogeneous price. Means similar nature product with a similar nature price. Means in a market which is having a similar homogeneous product is being tagged with a homogeneous price. Means every seller, when are selling the same product, are being sold at a similar homogeneously natured price. Now, next one, the next characteristic features of a perfectly competitive media market is a market, because it's homogeneous in terms of product and price, there is free entry and free exit into and from the market. Means a market is free from all sorts of market-centric restrictions. Means any time, at any point of time, any sellers, any producers, they can easily get an entry into the market and at their own wish can perish from the market, can leave the market. So there is no market restriction being imposed either on the consumers or the producers. Now with these characteristic features, one more thing is there, one more characteristic feature I want to add, that is your mobility of resources. When we are talking about a perfectly competitive media market, the resources which are normally being transmitted from market to market are perfectly mobile. Means again, there is no restriction being imposed by the marketer on the free movement or free mobility of the resources from one market to the other. And very important, last but not least to the market, the sellers, especially the consumers, they have perfect knowledge about the market, about the prevailing price and the prevailing market conditions which are normally being existing in a perfectly competitive media market. This is one segment. Now, just keeping in mind the paucity of time, I just want to narrow down the discussion, coming back to the second very important component of your media market, that is imperfectly competitive media market. In imperfectly competitive media market, what happens normally? Now, in an imperfectly competitive media market, there are 4 to 5 important sub-types of media market, sub-imperfectly competitive media market. 1, monopoly media market, monopolistic media market, oligopoly media market, and duopoly media market. 1, monopoly, monopolistic, duopoly, and oligopoly. And while discussing the monopoly media market, I just want to add one very specialized form of monopoly market, which is popularly branded as discriminatory monopoly media market.